Hey, what's going on everybody? Brian Skeel here. It's been a long time since I've done a tutorial, and I found something really cool when I was working on a pop anthem today, so I figured I would stop composing for a little bit. I'd fire up my video recorder and I would show you guys kind of what I'm working on. I found a really cool way to process a piano so that the piano kind of sticks out in the mix and sounds completely unlike anything that I have heard a piano sound like before. So with this song, I have a really simple movement with the piano, and I've got East-West Yamaha from Pianos Gold, and let's just hear what it sounds like by itself. Here we go. Like I said, pretty boring, not a whole lot going on, and even the tone is kind of boring. It doesn't feel like a pop piano yet, so I definitely want to add some compression at some point to really make it punch, but I wanted to try something to, again, make this really stick out. So I brought in HDelay. Very typically, what I use this plugin for is just really awesome echoes. This is my go-to delay, echo, whatever kind of plugin. The filters alone make this sound phenomenal, but I have this dialed in a very weird way. First thing you'll notice is that I have this set up to milliseconds, and I have it set up for 1 millisecond. That's hardly a delay at all, and with the feedback all the way at 0. The reason why I'm doing this, oh yeah, and with the dry wet all the way up, so I'm just hearing the wet. The reason why I want to do this is because I really don't want a delay. What I wanted was the sound of the filters and this modulation section right here. So let's go ahead and play that section again, and then I'll bring in the H delay, and then I'll explain what's going on behind the scenes. Now with H delay. Absolutely mangled that piano. So here's what's going on. This modulation section is going so fast that the delay is essentially becoming a ring modulator. And let me explain by showing you kind of what happens when we move the rate. So right now we have the depth all the way up, so all we're going to hear is basically modulation. So let's see what happens as we gradually speed up the rate. Starting to hear some warble. And that's about as fast as you would go if you wanted to hear like some tape warble, or, you know, basically the mechanics of a machine really get in the way of a recording. But I wanted to go even past that. Let's see what happens if we move this faster. Now the modulation is moving so fast that this LFO is becoming audible. It's no longer a low frequency oscillator. It's no longer beneath 20 hertz. It is in full range of what is audible to the human ear. Right now, it's moving at 6 kilohertz, which is definitely audible to the human ear. Now, if I wanted to, I could probably tune this to the key of the song, which is D, but I like how this sounds so much that I'm just going to leave it. So that's one way that you can use HDelay to really mangle a sound in a way that isn't really what HDelay was meant for. I love using plugins in ways that if you abuse them, you get some really cool kind of sounds. So I went in a little bit further and tweaked it a little bit more with Slate Virtual Mix Rack. First thing I used was this amazing new FG Stress, their version of the de-esser. And what this did was, like I said at the beginning, give it some solid punch. So here it is without. And here it is with. Yeah. Now it's hitting really, really hard. Then I went in and did some additional EQ tweaks. I love the shimmer on the Revival. It gives it a nice bit of top end that I really enjoy. And then I just cut some other frequencies and boosted a little bit of low end just to help it fit in the mix a little bit. So let's see what that sounds like before and after. So that's with no distressor either. And here it is with all the compression and EQ. Yeah, love it. So the last thing I did was I threw a reverb on it. This is East West Quantum Leap Spaces. This is a convolution reverb put out by East West, and I just dialed in the first one that sounded good, and this is the East West Studio, and here's what it sounds like with that dialed in. So it just puts it in a real space, kind of. So yeah, this is basically what I've been working on today, and I just wanted to show you what it's like to take plugins and abuse the crap out of them. Don't be afraid to go past the presets that are dialed in for you. Really tweak those knobs and come up with something new, because you might find that by abusing the plugins and making things go red and jacking the knobs all the way up, you'll find some really cool sounds. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to get another video out to you really soon.